All right, let's talk tech ball. We're going to zero in on maybe the most crucial part of the game, the one thing that starts every single point and can totally set the tone for a rally. Yep, you guessed it, we're talking all about the serve.
So, you see this crazy-looking curved table, and you're thinking, oh, it's just soccer on a table, right? Well, if you think it's just about kicking a ball around, oh, you are in for a surprise. This game is all about insane precision, deep strategy, and a whole lot of rules. And guess what? It all starts before the rally even begins. That's right. It all starts with the serve. If you want to get good at tech ball, you have to get good at the serve. Seriously, you can forget about all the fancy smashes and returns for a second, because if you can't nail this first step, you're not even going to get to play the point. So, you ready? Let's break it all down. Okay, first up, the server's position. This is all about where you need to be before you even lay a finger on the ball. And let me tell you, this part is absolutely non-negotiable. The refs are watching your feet like hawks. So, imagine this. You're stepping up to the line. Before you do anything, you got to run through this quick mental checklist. It's simple but crucial. Step 1, get behind that service line. Step 2, at least one part of your body has to be on the ground. Step 3, ball in hand. And Step 4, don't forget this one. You only have 5 seconds. The clock is ticking the second the ref says go. So we keep saying behind the service line, but how far back is that? It's exactly 2 meters. And that's not some loose guideline, it's a hard rule. That 2-meter gap is what makes the serve so challenging. It's a huge part of what makes the game work.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty here so you don't get called for a fault. Rule 1. Whatever part of your body is on the ground, it has to be completely behind that service line. No part of your foot can even graze the line. Don't even think about it. And also, you've got to be positioned between the imaginary sidelines of the table if they were to stretch all the way back, right? You can't just go serve from way out in the corner.
All right, so your positioning is perfect. Now for the fun part, actually executing a legal serve. This is all about what happens from the toss to the touch.
Okay, the actual action seems simple, but the rule is super strict. The ball has to start in your hand. You toss it up, and then you hit it while it's in the air. That's it, one single touch. You can't, for example, drop it and kick it off the bounce. And you definitely can't hit it straight out of your hand. It's got to be a clear toss, then a hit. Simple as that.
Now, just like in tennis, you get 2 tries to get your serve in. But, and this is a huge but, the rules change between your first and second attempt. On your first serve, go for it. Use any part of your body you want, as long as it's not your hands or arms. But if you mess that one up, well, the pressure's on. For your second serve, you still can't use your hands or arms, and now you can't use your feet either. Yeah, you heard me. That powerful kick serve you love, gone. You have to use your head, your chest, your knee, anything but your feet. It totally changes the game.
So, what happens if you fail that tricky second serve too? Well, it's a double fault, and that means your opponent gets a free point. Just like that. They don't even have to do anything. That's why that second serve is one of the most nerve-wracking moments in tech ball.
Okay, you got your positioning right, you made a legal hit. Fantastic, but you're not out of the woods yet. Now we have to talk about the ball's flight path. What has to happen after you make contact?
This right here is the golden rule of a good serve. After you hit it, that ball has to fly over to your opponent's side and bounce. But it has to bounce exactly once, not 0 times, not twice. One clean bounce on their side of the table. That's the goal.
Okay, but we all know things don't always go perfectly, right? So let's run through some common what-if scenarios, rapid-fire style. First one, what happens if the ball hits the net on the serve?
This one's simple. It's a fault. End of story. In tech ball, there are no lets or second chances if you hit the net. If it touches the net, you lose that attempt. So if that was your first serve, well, you better get your second one in. If it was your second serve, that's a point for the other team.
All right, next what if. You hit what looks like a great serve, but it just nicks the very edge of the opponent's side of the table. Now what?
Now this is a cool, unique rule. It's called an edge ball. And what it means is you get a do-over. You just replay that specific attempt. So if you hit an edge ball on your first serve, you just take another first serve. Pretty generous, right? But there's a catch. You can't do it again. 2 edge balls in a row, that counts as a service fault. So we've talked a ton about the serve, but it takes 2 to tech ball, right? Let's flip over to the other side and talk about receiving the serve. This is how you close the loop and actually get a rally started. As the receiver, you've really got two main jobs. First, you have to let the ball bounce once on your side. Don't hit it out of the air. Second, you have to be the one to touch it first. Wait for that bounce, then it's all you.
Okay, now in doubles, this gets even more important and way stricter. On any given serve, there is one designated receiver. If that person, the designated receiver, touches the ball first after the bounce, great, the rally is on. But if their teammate gets impatient and touches it first, that's it. It's a fault. The serving team gets the point right then and there. This is why you see doubles partners constantly communicating. You have to know whose ball it is. So there you have it. From standing 2 meters back to that careful toss, the single touch, and that one perfect bounce. The serve and tech ball is a whole mini-game in itself. It's not just how you start a point, it's a real test of your skill right from the get-go. So now that you know the rules, the only question left is, are you ready to step up and serve your first ace?